you.
You too.
Wow, they are loud for you, William. Thank you for coming down.
I'm sorry?
Thank you for being here.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's wonderful.
Of course.
So let's talk about the album, Santi.
Santi, yes.
Now, normally I don't really... My goodness! Normally I don't really talk about the name of an album, but yours has a really funny backstory.
Right.
It's a word that you guys always use together?
Yes, we've been using the word Santi for quite some time. It was actually this guy that I went to high school with, and he always gave me crap and said that I would never make it in music. And so it was a word that we started using that was everything sort of the opposite of what he was. It was everything positive, so it's like a cheers. It's something that we say, Santi.
Now, is it true that your drummer, Andy, has it tattooed on his bum?
Yes, he does. Well, he covered it up now with this...
He covered it up?
Well, it's a huge piece.
Okay.
It's like this underwater theme on his back and on his derriere.
In his derriere. Because I heard that the whole band was supposed to get them, and then nobody did except him.
Well, our bass
That's
player,
terrible.
Siski Business, got one. Yeah. He did. He got Santi on his right cheek in Cancun, Mexico, which wasn't, the ideal place to get
that
a tattoo.
done.
But we're all thinking about also getting it. Maybe tonight in Toronto we'll get
That would be good, yeah. Oh, they have good tattoo places here. You can get them done. We will in a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about this. So Rolling Stone named your band one of the 10 bands to watch of the year. That's pretty cool. For 2007. I mean, it's Rolling Stone, the greatest music magazine. So what did that feel like when your name was in the magazine?
It always feels good when someone or a magazine like that, I mean, we've read that magazine forever. Seeing us in there, it's always kind of surreal. But at the same time, it's like our focus is touring and, doing the best shows that we can for our fans. And
absolutely. Now, speaking of touring, you were on the road for about 2 years, pretty grueling schedule. You finished it up with Warped Tour.
Yes.
And then you decided to record the album. You flew out to Los Angeles to work with Butch Walker.
Yes.
And on the plane ride there, you left something very important on the plane, didn't you, William?
Yes,
You want to tell us about that?
I've actually never talked about it in an interview proper, but I left my lyric book on the plane. And
that's a pretty
lost
big
all
thing.
my lyrics before we were going to record the record. So
did you
that
completely
was
freak
scary.
out? Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, it was scary. It was stressful, but thankfully.
They are just going nuts.
Wow.
I'm sorry, they're distracting you. You're trying to speak, William.
It's okay. Thankfully, it all worked out. I isolated myself and really focused and really.
Don't worry, we'll try to block them out. You're really focused.
A lot of self-reflection, and it really helped.
And then everything came together, though, you said, right?
Yes.
How did you deal with that, though? Because you said that the recording process was one of the most stressful things you've ever gone through.
I'm sorry?
Sorry. No, don't worry. The recording process has been one of the most stressful things you've gone through.
Well, I think that it was the time leading up to it, but once we were in the studio, it was very fun, and it was very natural, and it was very quick. It was 23 days of total recording days. So it was done fairly quickly. And I think that it's a very, very natural record, and it was the record that we wanted to make. It wasn't necessarily the safest record, but we love it, and we can't wait to tour.
And that's the most important thing. Your fans love it, right?
Oh, yes, so thank you.
Now, speaking of which, you're on tour right now with fellow friends, Fall Out Boy, right? So that must be pretty cool. That's pretty cool, though, that you guys, you've known each other for a while, and now you're touring together. Is it a lot of fun on the road?
Yeah, I mean, we toured a bunch when we were younger as well. I mean, if we talk about those 2 or 3 years of touring, a lot of those tours were with Fall Out Boy and with a band called Midtown, who now Gabe is in Cobra Starship, and they're extremely close to us as well. So doing this tour is pretty much just a larger scale version of what we did in front of 100 people 2 years ago. Now it's in front of a lot more people, but the relationships are the same, the friendships are the same, but I think that all of our bands are just a lot better now. So
it's just one big old family.
Yes.